ECDL Advanced Excel Lesson 94 Tracking Changes in a Worksheet. So this is the beginning of section 19, in which we'll be discussing tracking changes in a worksheet, shared workbooks, merging workbooks, and then you'll be doing your final piece of revision. Before we start, let me point out that if you're using the latest version of Excel and you're a Microsoft 365 subscriber, you may find that buttons related to the shared workbook feature are no longer on the Review tab. These have been removed because Microsoft are trying to move over to a concept called co-authoring. However, you can still access the shared workbook buttons if you need them. To add shared workbook buttons to the Quick Access toolbar, click File, Options, Quick Access toolbar. Under Choose Commands From, select All Commands. Now scroll down the list until you see Share Workbook Legacy. Select it and then click Add. Then scroll through the list until you see Track Changes Legacy. Select and then click Add. Next, scroll through the list again until you see Protect Sharing Legacy. Select, then click Add. Finally, scroll through the list until you see Compare and Merge Workbooks. Select the item and then click Add. Next, click OK. Now what you'll find is 4 new buttons will appear at the top of the Excel window. This is the button for Share Workbook, this is the button for Track Changes, this one is for Protect and Share Workbook, and then this one is for Compare and Merge Workbooks. You may encounter other occasions when these buttons are being referred to as being on the Review tab, but after doing the steps that I've just shown, the buttons will then be available, but on the Quick Access toolbar instead. Okay, let's get moving with the lesson. If changes to a worksheet are to be retained until further consideration has been given, then tracking changes can be turned on. The changes can then be accepted or rejected at a later stage. Okay, let's open the workbook budget, which I have on the screen right now, and then save it as tracking. File, Save As, and let's change its name to Tracking. To keep track of any changes that you make, click Track Changes and select Highlight Changes. Now the Highlight Changes dialog box is open. Tick Track Changes while editing. Now this will also share your workbook. Leave When as All and then click OK. Note this action will also share your workbook. This is used in the next lesson and will be used to keep track of others who've changed the workbook. Click OK, and I'm going to select Not Now. OK, the workbook is now shared. If we check the title bar, it will have added the word shared. Any changes you now make will be tracked. So let's change the contents of cell B5 from 20 to 25. Then save the workbook using the same file name, tracking. If we place the cursor over cell B5, a comment has automatically been attached. OK, let's change the September sales to 4,500. Then again, let's save the workbook using the same file name, tracking. The changes are saved with the workbook. These changes can be listed on a separate sheet. Click Track Changes, select Highlight Changes, and this time check List Changes on a new sheet. Then click OK. A history sheet is created with the changes listed. The changes can be reviewed at any stage by listing each one in turn and either accepting or rejecting the change. Click Track Changes and select Accept/Reject Changes. The Select Changes to Accept or Reject dialog box appears. For the moment, let's just agree with the defaults and then press OK. Let's accept the first change but reject the second. Change 1 of 2, accept it. Change 2 of 2, that's the one we changed to 4,500. Reject it. So the 20 has been changed to 25, but the 4,000 was not changed to 4,500. Note, the comment will still be attached to B5, but it's been removed from J2. Turning off the tracking removes the workbook from shared use, and the history of the changes is lost. Click Track Changes and select Highlight Changes. Uncheck Track Changes while editing and then click OK. The workbook has now been automatically saved and, as we can see from the top, has been removed from shared use. OK. Let's close the workbook. OK, so we've looked at tracking changes in a worksheet, and the final 2 lessons for this module are going to be shared workbooks and then merging workbooks. OK, I hope this is making sense, and I look forward to seeing you next time.